Hey guys, so I know I look a little different right now. I was just at the beach all day, so forgive me, but I was at the beach and I was thinking about you guys and I was thinking about where you are in your breakups. And I remember being there and I was thinking about the advice that I would give myself and what I was doing at the time. So I don't think I've told you guys this story before, but what got me into kind of this whole thing was I had been in a relationship with somebody for like 3 years on and off. And this was a guy that did a lot for me, and he was very good to me, but I did not want to be really in the relationship, but I just felt like I should because he was doing, he was so nice to me and I felt like we were a good match, but because I wasn't really fully interested in him, I ended up treating him really badly. I was very mean to him. And I broke up with him a lot because I wanted freedom from him because I really didn't want to be in the relationship. And I felt like he kind of pressured me into being in the relationship. So for maybe like a year, I treated him really badly. And I was just kind of bitter towards him because I didn't want to be tied down to him. So after a while, he gets tired of the abuse. And I'd said some really mean things to him, things I would never say now, acted ways I would never now, but just didn't treat him very good, treated him like trash. And he broke up with me. And this was the first time he had broken up with me. I had always broken up with him, and sometimes I wouldn't talk to him for weeks. But this time he broke up with me, and I could tell it was serious, like he meant it. And it hurt my ego so much because I always thought that I was the one who didn't really want him. I was the one he was chasing. And so when he broke up with me and he was serious about it, it really, really destroyed my self-image, what I thought about the relationship, all that kind of stuff. I was the saddest I've ever been. I was like going on live on Instagram, just crying and acting crazy, just like being really depressed. And I stayed really depressed for a long time. And I was having all these really bad feelings and being so depressed, but I really didn't want to be with him. I didn't want to be with him at all, but I thought I was sad that he dumped me. I thought that I was sad because I was like, I messed up, I treated him badly, now I lost him. But really now looking back, I was just upset because it hurt my ego. Because I always thought he would always be there. Because I always thought I could break up with him, I don't really want him. The power dynamic was so with me up here and him down here that when he said, I don't want you anymore, it just shot everything I thought down. It really hurt my self-image of myself because he didn't want me anymore. And that's when I started researching no contact because I was trying to get him back desperately. And now looking back, I'm like, you didn't want to be with him. You broke up with him all the time. You treated him like garbage. You didn't love him. So why were you trying so hard to get him back? I was panicking. I was trying to get him back. I was depressed. And I was sad for a really long time. And I was really angry with him for a really long time. The way you're feeling right now. Like staying up all night, crying, anxiety attacks, all of that. Like suicidal thoughts, everything. As bad as you can feel, I felt. And now looking back, I realize it was just the uncomfortable feeling of being dumped. And it was just the uncertainty of, okay, now my life has changed so much, this person's not around. But looking back, I really wasn't happy with him. So I want you to think right now about that story and think that maybe in your head, you might be kind of panicking because of the change or because of the ego that you lost or the perception of yourself. But I can tell you right now, that breakup was one of the best, most life-changing things that ever happened to me. I started becoming a better person when I wasn't tied down and angry at this person for suffocating me, basically, making me be in a relationship I didn't want to be in. I stopped being so angry. I started to let go of bitterness, and I started to really work on changing myself because I was looking at all these no contact videos and they were all talking about like how I talked to you guys about self-growth during this time, and I was like, okay, well, let me try this because I really want to get him back. But then I took the self-growth and I started being happier, and I started being nicer, and I started to feel better about myself, and I started to like build up my ego. Instead of being the girl who treats men badly, I started to build up my ego around being kind, or build up my positive traits that I saw in myself around the strides spiritually that I was making, the better person I was becoming, and the skills I was learning, because I started playing piano, I started investing in myself, and I met somebody else who I like way more. And you know what the thing is? I don't treat that guy badly. I treat him very well. We barely ever fight. While me and my ex used to fight every day, it would always get out of hand. I would always say something really, really mean just to break his heart and hurt his feelings. And now I don't do that anymore. And I'm with somebody and we don't fight, we don't get to that point, and things are so much easier. So I just want you to think about that while you're going through this breakup, because this could be the best thing that ever happened to you, and you just don't know it yet. I didn't, and I was right where you are, even worse. I literally thought I was gonna die. I was holding my heart, crying like, and having a panic attack when I was finally alone, after he broke up with me. So I've been there, I've stayed up all night, I've been as bad as you are, and I'm telling you, it was one of the best things that ever happened to me. But you have to put in that work, and I'm so glad that I did, because now I'm happy, because I'm a way better person, and I'm not so angry, and I'm not so mean, and I'm in a better relationship. So I hope that gives you guys some hope. I thought it was important to share with you guys, because you're on the brink of something that could be really great and life-changing, just like it was for me, even though it seems like it's not. It didn't for me either, but it was. So I hope that helps you guys. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.